So hello everyone, I've got a different sort of video for you today. I've just been to the post office to pick up these. Now you're probably wondering what is inside, and the label on the side sort of does give it away. These are sent to me from Hauppauge, so I'm just going to get into it right now and show you what's inside. Which side shall I start with? I'll start with this side. Got my trusty little knife there just to get in here. I think it's better than scissors as it gives a finer cut. And these were described as fragile on the ticket because I wasn't in yesterday when they arrived, so I had to go get them today. And what have we got in here? Oh, it fits the box nicely. Okay, I might just have to tear the box. It's a bit too tight around it. And we have the new HD PVR 2. And in here is the same. So I've been sent 2 of these, one to review and one to give away. So I'm going to get straight into this second box and then show you the boxes after. Okay, so here we go. They are both out of their boxes. And as you can see, I have 2 HD PVR 2 gaming editions. Now, I have actually been using this since about September. I bought one at Eurogamer from the stall they had. And before that, I had an Ava Media Game Capture HD, which to me it was more useful because it plugged in external hard drive. But after switching to this, I must say that I have been more pleased with this than I have been with my previous capture cards. So I'm just going to move this one out of the way here while I get into this one. And everything is nicely, as you can see, there's little room for movement, which means you know that everything inside is going to be safe. Now, this whole box just slides out. And I can't remember how these open. I think they open from the sides. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I've got it open this side. As you can see, we have just our standard power plug. It does require power to use. So do most nowadays. And you've got your component cables if you're using PS3. And what I do like is it has come with 2 HDMI cables. Because the HD PVR 2 does require 2 HDMI cables, they do give you them. And I think that's just awesome because that means that you don't have to worry about the devices you have already not having HDMI cables. So that is a great thing that they've done, giving you these. We also have some more component leads and the USB lead that connects from the device to your laptop or computer. And the main feature, which I believe slides out. Oh no, well, I'll just get it out of here. Here we go. Here it is. I'm just going to get it out of here. Sort of move these out of the way. And there we are. There it is. The HD PVR 2. Now, as you can see, by the size of it, it is ridiculously small compared to the old one. It may not be as small as the Elgato, but the thing I do like is these pads down here. These rubber pads means that when you do put it down, it sits down nicely compared to the Elgato, which is literally just a smooth surface. So that's one thing I do like, these pads here. Although it's not as small as the Elgato, it's definitely the better option if it literally just sits like that, because it's very stable where it is. As you'd notice from the outside, it has also got a nice finish on it. It's a nice smooth matte finish, and you can see where the light is. Now, the light is like my favourite feature. On the old one as well, where it had the blue light around the top. It's not, something technical, but it was a cool feature that I liked. And as you can see, it's got a bit of protection on the top, just to protect this bit under here, keep it looking nice. And also we have the record button. Now, I'm not going to be doing an in-depth look at everything that comes in the box. I'm literally doing a review. So I'm going to head over to some gameplay now, so you can see what the quality is like on that. Okay, so now I've switched over to some Black Ops 2 gameplay. This was recorded from my Xbox through the HDMI, and as you can see, the picture quality is pretty darn good. Now, this is recorded in 1080p and rendered in 1080p, so I could have rendered it in 720, but I thought I'd show you the full HD render of it. Now, different people have different render settings, so if you do render it in 720, you do get pretty similar results. Of course, it's not going to be the same as 1080, but it's still high quality and the best quality you will get from your capture device at that level. Now, as you look, there's no jumping. It's a smooth video. But the one thing I will say, that this video is recorded from Black Ops 2 Theatre, so if there are like slight jumps, that is not the capture device's fault. That is literally theatre mode being theatre mode. Now, yeah, as I said, the picture quality is fine there, and I don't mean fine as in it's fine. I mean fine as in detail, fine detail there, and the colours as well. It's not dull. The colours are, you know, the same as you're getting from the game. So it's literally a straight image from the game, from your TV onto your PC, which will eventually be on YouTube. Now, this is a great video to use as an example because it's quite fast paced. As you can see, there's no ghosting. Although if you do open it in Sony Vegas, remember to disable resample so that you don't get any ghosting after it renders. But from this raw file, you can see that there's no ghosting, there's no sort of delay, and the sound quality as well. As you hear, the sound quality is good. You know, it's not tinny, it doesn't echo. It's literally what you'd hear from your TV. So it captures everything, the video and the audio, straight from the game. You couldn't ask for more from, you know, you've paid for your device and you're getting your full money's worth. Now, moving on to the software that does come with the device, you are able to do a little bit of editing, I think add some text, join some videos together. It's got the option to edit and produce as well as capture. That is what you use this software for. Well, that's what I personally use the software for. I don't bother with the editing, but it is a good feature if you're not experienced, if you don't like using, say, Sony Vegas or After Effects. So it does give you the option to do, you know, to just add some text and maybe brighten it up. So that's a good feature as well if you just want to do something simple like that. And what I mainly use it for is literally just capturing. I don't bother with any of the editing from the software, but the capturing is nice and simple. Once you open it up, it gives you a big screen where you can see the preview, as well as just a simple record button and choose where to save it. Now, the options behind that, you have a lot of options. You can choose your bit rate, what you want it to record as, and I have it at full, which doesn't actually produce that big a file size. The video you just watched is approximately 4 minutes and a half, I believe, and it is only 380 meg. Now, that is recorded at the maximum bit rate and in 1080p, so that's a pretty good file size. Now, as you get longer, you know, the file size will get bigger, but for, you know, a 5-minute video, having it at about 400 meg is what you want. I don't tend to muck around with any of the other settings. I just sort of change the bitrate to the maximum and leave it as that. I might have looked at some of the audio settings and that, but pretty much just change the bitrate to what you want, and you're pretty much done. You're ready to record. Setting up the device is simple as well. You just plug in the power cable, plug in your HDMIs, connect the USB to your laptop, and you're ready to record. Now, I will go through some of the issues I have had when using the device. When powering it on, it must be connected to your laptop. My previous capture card could literally just play, you know, you don't have to connect it before you can play, which it is annoying having to do that, but you can understand why. Because it does record to your computer, it needs to be connected. And some of the troubles I have had is when it has connected to your computer and it doesn't turn on. The lights are on, but it won't pick up, you won't get the picture through to your TV, and when you go onto the software to try and record, it won't show up. Now, I don't know what the exact reason was for this, and the reason I found was basically you had to probably update your drivers, going onto the website, checking out the download section for the latest updates. That seemed to fix the problem, and it happened a number of times, and fixing the drivers did normally fix it. I think over time it might have fixed itself. Playing around with the cables normally helps, but this is a problem that it does occur, but not on an often occasion. It's a rare thing to happen, so it's not like, whoa, you know, that's a bit of a problem. It's literally, it's annoying when it happens, but it doesn't ruin your day. It might do it for about, you know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but after that it's back to working fully. Another problem that I do find is when I have been recording from theatre mode, I find that some of the videos do have a slight distortion. And I'm not quite sure what the problem is of that either. Like, you'll have some purple lines cut across the screen, and it has happened a number of times. But the thing I find is when you put it in Sony Vegas, that's when they show up. And a simple way of literally solving that problem is to download the software Handbrake. That's what I use to make the file sizes smaller after I've rendered, and just run the video through Handbrake, put it through as an MP4, and when it comes out, it will get rid of the distortion. So I'm not quite sure what the problem is, but it is easily solvable. Again, like I said, run it through a video encoder, change it to MP4, and then put it in your video editor, and that does solve the problem. So I'd like to thank Hauppauge for sending me these. I haven't done a review in a while. I think the last thing I did review was my last capture card. So I know this review probably could have been a bit better, so I will learn for next time I do review a product. As I did mention at the beginning of this video, one of you will be winning one of these HD PVR 2s, and to do this I'm going to have to do it over Twitter because my Machinima partner rules means that I can't do it over YouTube because that will be me like asking for likes and subscribers, which I'm not allowed to do. So I'm going to make a tweet, and all you're going to have to do is retweet that. I'm going to link it in the description, and make sure you're following me as well, because if you are the winner I will DM you, and that means you're going to have to be following me, so make sure you do that. And if you don't have Twitter, then I advise that you do get it, because that's where most people tend to do their giveaways nowadays, and that is the way that I'm going to have to contact you if you do win. Today is the 13th of January. This competition will last 2 weeks, so on Sunday the 27th of January, I will use a random number generator to pick one of the retweets, and that winner will be DM'd, and we will sort out the shipping. I would like to thank Hauppauge for sending me these and allowing me to give one of them away to you. So to finish off this video, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so that you do get to see my next reviews and potentially next giveaways. And also leave a like to show your support, and comment what you think on the HD PVR 2 in your own opinion. So again guys, thank you for watching. Check the links in the description, and I'll see you on my next video.